So after Great Britain picks up the bronze medal, now we'll find out who's going to strike gold here in Las Vegas in the men's compound team competition. And this will be an interesting one between the United States and France. So USA will be on target number 1. France will be on target number 2. Team USA featuring Jimmy Butts, Braden Gelantine, and Rio Wild. We'll introduce you to those gentlemen in just a moment. They defeated the Ukrainian team by 11 and Mexico by 9, then Canada by 2 to get here. That's Rio Wild in the middle. And on the right, Braden Gelantine, and on the left, you see Jimmy Butts. Jimmy, a real veteran, been around for quite some time on the scene. So it's Butts, Wild, and Gelantine before this crowd here in South Point Hotel Resort. On the south end of the strip, by the way, in Las Vegas, Nevada. And there's the team from France, Guillaume Rouven, Sébastien Pinot, and Pierre-Julien Deloche. Julien Deloche, perhaps the best known of the 3 archers on this team. As you took a good look at the arrows, the fletching, and the nocks, which I'm sure they'll be examining, taking a close look at before each of the ends. The French got here by outscoring Ireland by 8, then finished off Finland by 4 in the quarterfinals and got by Great Britain by 2.
So definitely going to be a really tight match that we're going to see here between France and the U.S., all experienced shooters. The U.S. team has got a very deep pool of compound archers to pick from. I think we might be going through some technical difficulties with the announcing, so just bear with us. But we'll still be calling the arrows from here.
So the horn sounds, and we're just about set for action here in the men's compound team gold medal match. The USA has had great success, and there's Rio, boy, stepping up very quickly.
So Rio's he's a shooter with lots of intent.
There you go.
Rio, 38 years old, ranked 2nd in the world. Won in Singapore to start the indoor season. Won a gold medal in the individual competition.
Yep.
And a good, strong, solid shot for Rio Wild out of Pocatello, Idaho to get the match started. Now it's Jimmy Butts, 44 years old. Has been ranked as high as 114th in the world. Won the Arizona Cup back in 2010. And
that's a 9, just high of the 10 ring for Jimmy.
Just a tad high. I enjoy watching Braden Gelantine. He brings a lot of emotion, a lot of fire to this sport. Very intense.
Yep.
And it pays off with a 10. Good start for Braden Gelantine, all of 25 years old. Had 2 gold medals at the second stage of the World Cup in Turkey last year, a gold medal in Croatia. Now we go to the team from France.
That's a 9 for France.
Deloche.
Best they can do right now is tie with 2 10s.
Allez, ça que dedans.
Deloche, by the way, turning 30 this week here in Las Vegas. Can't think of too many better places to have a birthday than Las Vegas.
Allez, Seb, en bas à droite.
There's a 9 for Ruben.
Allez, Seb, bien fort en ligne.
Now Pinot, 25 years old, unranked at this point. His best ranking was back in 2005 when he was 103rd in the world. No major medals on his resume as of yet, but what a great shot.
That is an awesome shot down the center and keeping it close within 1 point of the team from the United States. And here we go with Rio Wild. Multiple world championships under his belt. I can't even name them all. But he definitely knows how to get the job done.
It is a long resume, and with good reason.
There's another 10 from Rio Wild.
Captured the silver medal at the World Cup Finals in Istanbul last fall, and was part of the U.S. gold medal team in Torino at the World Championships last July. Jimmy Butts now lining up the shot.
That's a 10 on the line. It's in.
Drawing cheers from the partisan crowd here in Las Vegas. Lots of friends, family members, teammates on hand. As the man wearing the Boston Red Sox cap.
Allez, PJ.
That's inside out.
He throws a strike right down the middle of the plate.
Right down there. Yeah, that's a good analogy right there. But Braden Galantine, definitely a very focused shooter when he gets up there on the shooting line, and nobody can stop him from shooting 10s.
Ouais.
Deloche ranked 8th of the world.
Allez, Guillaume, ça construit
Nice
bien.
10 from Pierre-Julien Deloche.
Et après, c'est Lagnac. Hein. Allez, on vient poser, on saque dedans.
These two teams almost
On la tient
matching
jusqu'au
shot
bout, hein.
for shot here in the first end of the gold medal match in the men's
Ouais.
compound team competition. There's another 10.
Allez, 7. On provoque pas, on reste bien
Best France
patient
can
et on
do is
maintient
keep it
jusqu'au
within
niveau.
1 point of the United States.
The U.S. raised the ante with 4 straight 10s to finish the first end. The French tried to counter.
Allez, ça
And
part
a
un peu.
9. So 2-point lead
c'est bon,
unofficially for Team USA going into the second end
Sorry.
over France.
Yes.
So Payneau with a 9 to finish off that first end,
PJ soit sorti.
as Team USA goes up by 2 points in the men's compound team competition.
3 quarts arrière.
And this is our final
Mieux prendre une demi-seconde
match
de rab,
in the team
ça va
competition today.
passer. Un aller-retour.
In case you're just joining us, Great Britain
C'est à vous de commencer.
defeated Canada in the men's compound team bronze competition. In the women's compound team gold medal match, it was Team USA with a victory by 3 points over
Allez,
Russia.
C'était mieux la deuxième là. Ouais,
Great
ouais.
Britain won by 3
Là,
points
l'attitude,
in the
c'est bon,
women's
on est dedans,
compound
faut
team
lâcher,
bronze medal
faut avoir
match,
peur.
defeating Italy.
Ils viennent que toi, mais
We'll run down the rest
la
of the
deuxième
winners
vague
as soon
était
as this
beaucoup
match
plus
is over, but
agressive que la première.
it has been a great morning or early afternoon, depending upon where you are in the world watching on YouTube. But here in Las Vegas, been a great morning for the United States team, as they have picked up several gold medals already, and they're looking for even more right now. A gold rush here in the American West. As you see the score, 59-57. The Americans on top by virtue of those 4 10s, 4 straight 10s to finish off the first end.
Allez.
Rio
Restez
sharing a
bien
laugh
proches
with
et
his
solidaires,
teammates,
les gars.
Jimmy Butts and Braden Galantine, while Pierre-Julien Deloche maintains his poker face.
Well, France is trailing the U.S. right now, so they'll be shooting first on target number 2.
Allez, PJ.
And there's Pierre-Julien Deloche stepping up to the line first for Team France.
He just
Allez, c'est
equaled
grand,
the
c'est fort,
French
hein, les
record
petits.
back on January 15th with a score of 597. That was in an indoor club competition in France.
So he's a good shooter.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Allez, PJ.
In fact, it's great. That's a great shot right there.
Allez, comme celle d'avant. On construit, on sac et on maintient.
Now Ruben, 34
Voilà,
years
sac
old,
dedans.
out to win his first medal on the
Septième jusqu'au
international
bout.
stage. Big, tall
Voilà.
archer. And he
C'est
finds
bon.
the center of the target
Allez,
as well.
Seb, tu prends le temps de bien poser. Hein. On précipite pas les choses, on construit bien en ligne.
Sébastien Payneau. Hoping he's got it
Ouais,
dialed in, and
nickel.
I'll say
That's
he
an
has.
Bon,
awesome
les gars, vous êtes
shot.
dans le match là, c'est bon.
Definitely dead
Nickel.
center. And keeping it
Tout
alive
poil,
for Team
tout est
France,
nickel,
a
là, les
perfect
attitudes
30 out
d'engagement,
of
c'est bon.
30 for those
Allez.
3 shots.
Okay, so
Restez
USA,
bien
let's see
ensemble.
what you've got.
C'est tiré impeccable. ça.
The Frenchmen have shown their cards here at the start of the second end. They were trailing by 2 after the first end, but there's Real Wild. Calm, cool, collected,
Sur le chrono, on est bien.
steps up,
63.
nails a 10.
Tout y va bene. Allez, PJ.
Jimmy Watts
Ça part.
keeping pace.
Definitely when you can keep pace with Rio Wild, that's a good feat that you've got going on there. It's a good accomplishment. And here's another man that can do that, Braden Galantine.
Camera zoomed in, and it looks so close to the target.
Allez, PJ.
I tell you what, it looks pretty I think that target looks pretty good and pretty big to Braden Galantine right now too.
Well, he's probably got a dot forming right in the middle of the target, and so he's just focusing on that little
black hole, yeah. There's the release. Good look at the grip on that release.
Ouais, PG.
10 points, dead
Allez,
center.
Guillaume. Les règles de base, on construit, on sac, on prolonge.
Deloche has been outstanding.
Voilà, bien saqué dedans.
As has Ruben.
Et on attient jusqu'au bout.
Guillaume Ruben.
Ouais.
A little bit high that
Bon,
time.
Just a
la
little bit.
démarche, elle est bonne, c'est bon. Faut avoir peur de faire
Might
des
have jumped the gun on that release just a little bit.
Allez, Seb.
Released a little too soon.
I think it looks like he's almost, as soon as he feels the trigger, he brings his index finger down onto the trigger, and as soon as he feels it, he kind of punches it through. So that's the type of punching that I was saying before, that it makes you anticipate the shot. And if you're anticipating the shot, you could kind of give a little flinch as the arrow's leaving the bow, and that's a really bad thing to have happen, and doesn't let you be centered and stay in the 10 ring.
All things considered, though, for the French, that is an excellent end. 5 10s and 1 9, but the Americans relentless right now.
C'est nous qui redémarrons.
4 straight 10s to start the second end. And Team USA trying to build on that 2-point advantage they had after the first end, as they bid for another gold medal for Team USA.
10 or 9, too
That
close
looks
to
like
call.
a 10.
They call it 9 asterisks.
Rester maître de son destin.
So unofficially, the best USA can do is tie for this end.
Plus dur est de démarrer. Là, vous êtes bien dans l'esprit.
Yep,
That's a 10.
That'll do it.
Yeah,
I think that works.
it definitely works. And if Jimmy Butt's second arrow is called in, that'll be a 60 for Team USA,
I'm not tall enough to tell.
which would be able to bring them ahead just by 1 more point.
So both teams regroup, talk it over, compare notes, get set for the third end. By the way, coming up at, we'll use the military clock, 15:30, because I'm sure we have folks watching from around the world.
Audio check, 1, 2, 3,
At
4.
around 15:30, which in Las Vegas will be 3:30 our time. We'll begin the junior competition. We'll have the junior individual finals, and that'll be followed almost immediately by the senior individual finals. So a great deal of archery yet to come here on YouTube today. The World Archery Indoor Championship Finals.
And as you can hear, we've got our audio back for our announcer, George Tekmachov, doing the official introductions
to the folks here in the arena. Of course, you've already come to know them.
Ah, c'est quand on démarre.
I think that's the first time we've had an introduction halfway through the match.
Better late than never. So Team USA off to another strong start. They were ahead by 2 after the first end. And picked up apparently 1 more point in the second end and lead by 3, 119 to 116.
Allez, PJ.
And here we go for the third end of this gold medal match.
Got his 30th birthday during the competition.
So there's Pierre-Julien Deloche,
Allez,
who
PJ.
did turn 30 this week. Was hoping to celebrate here in the
Et c'est parti.
men's compound team gold medal match, and may yet. But not if the Americans
9.
have much to say about it. There's
9
Deloche with a 9.
points. Yeah.
Deloche, who won 2 silver medals in 2007, 2008, and 1 bronze in 2009 in the team events at the Indoor World Championships. So he has taken home some hardware from these Indoor World Championships. There's a great shot by Ruben.
Allez, Seb.
Guillaume
Allez.
finding the 10 ring and hoping that his teammate Penaud can do the same. Good look at that sight.
Ouais.
10-9 liner.
10-9. It's they're calling it a 10.
It appears to be on the line.
That's what
At least from our
spotters are
vantage
calling.
point.
So, yep, that's a 10.
So a 9 and 2
Perdu une seconde.
tens.
Il est à 63 les autres tours.
And the ball is back in Rio Wild's court right now.
World champion Rio
Good
Wild,
shot. 10 points. Rio Wild clean so far.
Little fist bump for Braden Gelantine. Says, son, that's how it's done.
Braden probably just says, I'll show you how it's done as well.
Jimmy Watts now.
Comme ça, après, tout le reste est bien solide.
World champion Jimmy Butts with a 10.
And looks like he's on the line as well.
9. I think so.
Now the 25-year-old marketing major, Braden Gelantine.
World champion
Yep.
Braden
Marked at this.
Goes back to Rio. Yep, I know how to shoot 10s.
Allez, ça souffle et c'est grand et fort tout de suite. Là. Ah, c'est là que
Three
c'est grand.
straight
Allez.
tens for the Americans. Here in the third end, they led by 3 midway through the match. And they picked up at least one more point at this juncture of the gold medal match.
9.
The showdown with the team from France. Once again, it's Guillaume Ruben,
Allez, Guillaume.
Sébastien Penaud,
On se
and
fait bien.
Pierre-Julien
On sac.
Deloche competing for
On
France.
tient jusqu'au bout.
The United States, Jimmy Butts, Braden Gelantine, and Rio Wild. Now this is Ruben.
10.
And Ruben,
It's a good shot.
he has been a tower of power today. He has really shot
15.
well.
9.
You could see the
There you go.
disappointment on
There
the
you
face
go,
of
yeah.
Penaud as soon as he let it fly.
That's unfortunate for the team from France because the U.S. can take a potential 6-point lead here after these next 3 arrows.
The green arrow.
Dead center.
There we go.
That's what we'll have to start calling Rio.
I think that's a different color bow,
Yeah,
but I have heard him call his green bow the Hulk and his orange bow the Thing.
the
So
thing, huh?
Ouais, 2 flèches chacun à tirer. On met le max. Après, son point de base.
10.
Dead center. Nice shot.
Jimmy Watts coming through. And the United States on its way to another gold medal, perhaps. It looks good at this point as Braden Gelantine lines up his shot.
Yep.
6 tens, count them. 6 in a row.
American compound team is definitely putting it down and showing everybody how to shoot 10s and how it's done. And this is awesome shooting from the team from the United States of America.
C'est pas grave, hein.
So we have finished 3 ends, and it is, as you said, Crispin, a 6-point lead for the United States, 179 to 173.
C'est bien, je veux dire, il y a quelques neufs, mais voilà la façon d'attaquer le match,
Crispin
c'était bien.
Duenas
Alors,
from
puis,
Canada,
finir,
joining yours
voilà,
truly, Carl Archery,
What?
here in Las Vegas.
And 6 more arrows to determine who takes home the gold and who takes home the silver. But right now, as it's looking, Team USA holding on to a 6-point lead over Team France unofficially. And I mean, that's going to be tough for Team France to come back from. But I mean, once again, like we've seen already today, anything is possible. But right now, it's very, very, very tough situation for Team France.
peut nous porter chance, monsieur Guillaume. On n'est pas à l'abri d'un bruit
To make the baseball analogy, it's the bottom of the 9th.
Tout peut arriver.
France is down by 6 runs.
Et hop,
So, barring a major collapse by the American squad, Wild on the right, Watts in the middle, Gelantine on the left, the far left. Barring a major collapse, and the fact that they have hit, what is it
allez, plaisir, on
now?
se prépare pour l'attaquer.
6, 12,
United States of America leading by 6.
16.
This is the gold medal final.
They have hit 16 straight bullseyes. In fact, they have only missed the 10 ring
Allez, Pégile, plutôt
on
en
one
premier
of their
temps, hein.
first 18 shots. Their worst score is
Voilà,
a
c'est là que tu tombes
9,
le torse.
and they have only 1. So it's just been outstanding shooting as Pierre-Julien Deloche draws back the bowstring.
9.
It's a 9, about 3 millimeters outside of the left of the 10 ring.
Encore une. Allez, Guillaume.
You've been in this
On construit.
situation before, I'm sure, Crispin. What do you focus on? Where's your mind at this point?
At this point, it's just focusing on doing a proper shot, executing a proper shot. You don't want to tell yourself, you know, I need this amount of score to win or to come back or do whatever. But I mean, definitely telling yourself that you shoot 10s and that you know, whatever is part of your process of how to shoot an arrow. That's what you want to be focusing on.
So forget about the score overall in the match.
Exactly.
Forget about the situation, what's going on.
It's just arrow to arrow. You don't want to go for the outcome. You just want to focus on what's in front of you right now. 10 points.
Nice.
Real Wild keeps it rolling
Ouais, peu importe, rester sur les 3, il vous reste une flèche chacun.
here in Vegas,
Donnez tout sur celle-là. Après l'analyse du match, on la fera plus tard.
where the USA has not missed the center of the target since their second shot in the first end.
10.
Nice.
Another 10. Now it's just a matter of what the final score is going to be.
Chacun collé au milieu.
These guys really know how to shoot.
Unbelievable performance. And you know that none of them wants to be the one who scores anything less than a 10.
Yeah.
Who
But I'm
wants
sure
to-
they've already forgiven Jimmy for his 9 in the first end. But I mean, you can't do anything about it now, and all you can do is look at what you're supposed to do.
9.
So a 9 for Pierre-Julien Deloche. Obviously disappointed with that shot
Allez, Guillaume.
and with the way this match has gone. As the Frenchman came in here hoping for gold and will settle for silver.
So as he, as his fingers touches it, it just goes.
9.
So he's kind of leaning into that trigger a little bit more than you're supposed to. What you're technically supposed to do is just put your finger onto the trigger and slowly squeeze it off. But as soon as his finger touches, he pulls it off.
9, 10 points rather, 10.
10 points to finish off for France. And it's that punching off and really leaning into that trigger that can cause a little bit of a jump or a jolt in the shot.
Well, the only suspense right now is whether the USA can run the table.
10.
Nice shot.
And Real Wild seems to think they can.
Well, Real Wild shooting clean for the whole match.
You know, in fairness to the French archers, there's not much you can do
No.
when your opponent is shooting like this.
Exactly. You can't really feel bad about your shooting after this.
Compte pas sur eux pour lâcher les.
9.
Close. Very close.
Very close, but
Very close.
I mean, it's okay. All Braden has to do is hit the target.
Champions
Yep.
And it's over. It is over.
238 out of a possible 240. Team USA wins the gold medal.
Most
Again.
days that'll get the job done, and they got it done today here. Big hugs. And some happy campers down there.
You guys are awesome.
And you heard it right there. You guys are awesome. I'm not sure that we could add much more to that.
I don't think these guys will be going for brownies and ice cream as
I was
much
going
as,
to say, I'm not sure that brownies and ice cream is quite what they have in mind.
it's probably a huge steak or something, but
after the victory ceremony.
The question is, who's buying?
yeah. Oh, maybe the coach should buy.
So Real Wild on your screen on the right, Jimmy Butts on your left, getting their arrows back, and there's Braden Gelantine, and those guys will huddle up and smile for the camera. It's another golden moment here in the city where you hope to cash in. You can only hope to cash in the way that those three cashed in today. They hit the jackpot and came up with a huge score. 238 out of 240, nothing for the team from France to be disconsolate about. They end up with a score of 230 out of a possible 240 points, so they lose by 8 in the gold medal match. But on this day, I'm not sure there was anybody out there who would have beaten these three archers for the United States. Jimmy
Exactly.
Butts, Braden Gelantine, and Real Wild. So after defeating the Ukraine by 11 and Mexico by 9 and Canada by 2, they defeat France by 8, 238 to 230.
Definitely good shooting by all in this gold medal match, and it's a great thing to see.